Hey, what's up, Minecraft gamers? I'm back at it again, and today I'm bringing you a system that I've designed to zombify your villagers. So, watch this. Alright, heard him change. We can bring him back up. Now he's zombified, and we can cure him. Okay, so now that the demonstration is over, we can kind of pull back the curtain and I will show you what happened. What's going on is when I press that button, we opened the floor up underneath our villager here and dropped him into this room where our zombie is walking around and he converts our villagers for us. So I've gone and designed this contraption because I have found that personally converting villagers into zombies is a really tedious process. So my hope is that with this design, the process of converting the villagers into zombies, which to me is the hardest part, is a lot more streamlined and less annoying. Okay, so before we get into the build tutorial, here is a material list for one slice of this contraption. A couple quick notes before I just gloss over everything. These are just any solid block, not necessarily smooth stone. And you don't necessarily need 64, but I just put a stack in here because everybody probably has a stack of solid blocks, and when actually counting this, I found it to be kind of a gray area. And as for these slime blocks, you can make 4 out of these 5 honey blocks, but not all 5. One of the blocks is for the slime block launcher. Other than that, here are the other materials. Alright, now here's our actual tutorial. I'm going to be flying for this one. I didn't fly for the cobblestone generator, but seeing as we're in a void world, I don't want to fall. So, here, I've left this slice undone. Let's get into it. So you're going to put a button over the villager's head, and then you're going to go behind his stall. What you have to do here is you have to replace the block above his head with a note block. Then behind that, we're going to put a observer. We're going to run solid blocks like so with an observer at the end, and we're going to cover that with rails. Now underneath this observer we've placed, we're going to place a sticky piston and a column of 4 slime blocks or honey blocks. Right here we're going to put an observer, and at the bottom we're going to put an observer. And then right here we are going to add a solid block here and a solid block here. This is going to be our repeater. It goes on 2 ticks, and our redstone torch. And then over the redstone torch we place a sticky piston that will extend. Right here, you're going to need a ring of blocks, actually. This is just to keep the villager in his lane. You don't want him escaping. And that said, you do want solid blocks on either side of the villager when he drops to. Don't leave a 2-block space anywhere in this little drop chute. You can fill it in completely. Just make sure there's not a 2-block space for the villager to fall out of. And then finally, at the bottom here, we're going to input one more line. Alright, this is, oops, I misplaced that. We're going to put 2 rails, a observer here, one more solid block there, and a repeater on 2 ticks. And then I'll just make sure I did everything right really quick. And we're going to push the button. There he goes. He's getting converted now. Any second now. And we're going to bring him back up. Everything works as it should. Now the last thing to talk about with this farm is building the room where the zombie is kept. I did not make a block by block tutorial on this one because I encourage you to make this room fit your trading hall. You might not do a little narrow 3 wide trading hall like I did here. So I'll just lay down some ground rules for you. Okay, first things first, you will have to make the ceiling out of bottom trapdoors. I find that when you make the ceiling out of bottom trapdoors, the villagers actually cannot escape this gap. This is probably the largest gap where they can't escape, and this gives the zombie the best line of sight on them, so he'll walk over and attack them. Another thing is I have left the sides of the slime blocks open. I found that the zombie has an easier time getting to the villagers when he can reach most of the sides of the slime block. And lastly, on the topic of slime blocks, you do want to keep all the sides of the slime block clear or put a non-stickable block there, because otherwise your slime block may end up breaking things in your room or in the redstone even. And lastly, please be sure to name your zombie. You can't see it from here, but check it out. I named my zombie Scoobert. You can name your zombie whatever you want, but you have to do this so he doesn't despawn. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like the contraption, please leave a like. If you've been liking the tutorials in general, please subscribe. And if you got any ideas for something else you may want to see, please comment, and I'll definitely look into it at the very least. Thank you so much, and have a good day.